Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Berwick boys basketball. Jason Kingery joining us right now, the head coach. Well, Jason, a nice start for your squad this year, and I know you're really excited. As always, great enthusiasm there at Berwick.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're 1-2 right now. We're a little disappointed. The two games we lost, we felt like we should have won. We feel like we should be 3-0, but you know what? Our kids are battling. All three games have been good games. But we'll take the 1-2 start. But we told our kids last night after a tough loss to very talented Penns Valley team out towards State College. You know, our goal right now is to be 3-2 when we go to Christmas break because we got two big rival games coming up. So we'll be prepared. We're ready to rock and roll. And, yeah, we've got a lot of excitement down here this year in Berwick.
Well, Tyler Evans is one of those guys that I know you're excited about. He could score with the ball. He could do a little bit of everything. Tell us about his size and what he could do for you.
Yeah, Tyler, he's a combo kind of player. He's 6'4". Tyler could play the point for us if we needed him to, but we don't need him to because we've got two good point guards as it is. He plays our 3-guard for us right now, but then at times too he can post up. Score off the basket there. He's been doing a good job getting offensive rebounds, foot back. That's why he's had some big games here lately. He's just not shooting the rock real well. He's also attacking the basket and getting to the basket when others are shooting and getting rebounds. So he's a tough mismatch for most teams. Last night he didn't have his best game. It was an off shooting night. Don't know why. He had some good looks, but you know, every now and then a good shooter's going to have an off night, and his was last night. So I'm sure he'll come out of that snap here soon.
Coach, also have a couple of other 2-year starters, juniors, that are helping you out this year. Tell us about those guys.
Yeah, Max Molino, he's a 2-year starter. He's a junior this year. He plays good, very good on the ball defense. He's controlling our offense right now at the point guard position. And then also Jude Goddard, who's only a sophomore, who started last year as a freshman. He's came around pretty good, too. He's grown a couple more inches. And like I said before, if he gets his dad's genes, his dad's about 6'6", 6'7", we're going to have a heck of a player. But both of them are, coming into their own. Last year they were more like JV players playing on the varsity. So that experience playing on the varsity at a young age has helped them out quite a bit. So we're really excited about these two guys also.
Coach, we started with the junior class. We'll head now up to the senior class. Then we'll talk more about some underclassmen. Let's talk about a couple of seniors this year that will make an impact.
Oh, okay, yeah. Holden Regal, he's one of our captains this year. Holden has been in our program for 4 years. He played on the 9th grade team and then as a sophomore JV and last year JV/varsity. Now this year, Holden, he's just he's not the greatest basketball player. He'll tell you that, but he'll get after it. He listens to you. He had a real good game against Selinsgrove. Played very good defense. Did a couple big shots to get us back into the game against them last weekend. So we expect a lot out of Holden. And then we have another senior, Gian Harris. Gian, last year was his first year playing organized basketball. Gian is a deceptively quick player. He gets after it pretty good. He's got good handles on him, and he can shoot the 3 ball very well. And then we have one other senior, Kevin Woodashek. Kevin's not played a lot for us this year so far because Kevin was on the football team, and then on top of that, he played in the Unitoad football game. And Kevin's only had about 4 full practices. So we're expecting a lot out of Kevin this year also.
Talking Berwick basketball here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Coach, let's head over to the sophomore class. You have a couple of Kyles there that play a little basketball this season for the Bulldawgs.
Yeah, Cal Roberts and Cal Pierce. A lot of people know, of course, Pierce. And my 4-year-old son, Axton, nicknamed him Cheeseburger because Pierce is a pretty good kid. But I tell you what a great young man. I hope he grows a couple more inches, not for just basketball purposes, but for football purposes, because he's a tremendous offensive guard. But on the basketball court, he's given us quite a bit. He hasn't played as much either because just for the simple fact we're trying to get him back into basketball shape. But he is a great asset to our program, and he's going to contribute a lot this year. And, of course, Kyle Roberts, he's another one. He started last night. And he played most of the game, and Penns Valley has a 6'7" center who's pretty daggone good, who had 24 points the other night against Bald Eagle. Well, Robert held him to 5 points last night, and he used that brute strength to keep him off the boards and stuff. So we got 2 sophomores right there are dandies, and we're looking forward to having them in our program for the next few years. Like I said, not only are they good basketball players and football players, but they're good students and they're good kids, and they have great families.
Hey, Coach, I know you're very excited as you've ever been about this freshman, Kenny Marshman. Tell us about his talents.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kenny, like I've told you before, this is my 17th year coaching varsity basketball. And 4 different states I've been in, Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, now here. Kenny's as good as any point guard as I've coached at his age right now. And I've had some daggone good ones, too. He just sees the court well. He knows the game. He doesn't get caught up in the moment. Last night, he hit 2 huge threes for us right at the end. Almost got us right back into the game. Very few turnovers. I'm really excited about him. But once again, John, not only is he a good basketball player, man, he's an excellent soccer player, and I think that helps his game. And what a good young man. I mean, just a great student. Will probably be one of the top 5 in his class his senior year. The future's bright for Kenny Marshman. And anytime you've got a good point guard coming through your system, you're going to win some games with those guys.
Coach, you mentioned things like that, a kid who's so good, and you have good student athletes there at Berwick, and they always seem to have a blue-collar mentality. And those kind of wins you're having in the classroom and at practice, the wins on the court, I'm sure you guys want them more than anybody, the fans and the people in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. They're looking for wins out of Berwick too, but right now I guess nobody's working harder than you guys that are in the gymnasium.
Yeah, I tell you, man, it's tough. Just like the other night, this is my 4th year here, John, and after the Selinsgrove game, and we felt like we had the better team, but they had the better team that night. Nothing taken away from Selinsgrove. Our kids came in the locker room, and the first time I've been here in 4 years, I had kids crying. They were crying in the locker room, and that means they want to win. And then last night, they were very upset and crying again. It's not a lack of effort. It's not a lack of support, because we do have the support. We've just got to find ways to win games, because we are busting our tail. We're working hard. Just like today, I went to the school. We didn't have school down here because we got blitzed by a little winter storm down here. But I went to school at 6:30 this morning and broke down film till 12 o'clock. And my phone was buzzing. Can we get in the gym? Can't get in the gym. And, of course, our policy is they can't get in the gym, so I couldn't let them in.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids want to win. I want to win. Coaches want to win. The fans want to win. It's just we're going to have to get some wins to get over that hump. And I wish we could have got these last 2, because if we was 3-0 right now, watch out, this town might be burning down. But, we're not going to put our head in the sand. We've got a very important game Saturday night against Central Columbia, and I'm sure our practice tomorrow will be very intense.
Well, you're working hard there, Jason Kingery at Berwick, and a lot of enthusiasm. And you said you guys are close. Need to get some wins this year for the kids' confidence and build from there. We wish you well this season, and hopefully we can talk to you along the way, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And if you all ever need anything, please give me a buzz, and I appreciate everything.
Berwick Bulldawgs boys basketball here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.